Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So the last update about Unfortunate Love was how Rishi ran away from the hospital to save Lakshmi after Neelam had already said that nobody is going to save Lakshmi from prison. So let's continue from there. The lady constable comes to Lakshmi in prison and says that someone is here to see her. Lakshmi is happy thinking that Rishi has come, and she tells the lady prisoner that her blessing came true and she thanks her. She comes out of the lockup and the lady constable takes her to the meeting room. Malishka comes there and keeps her hand on Lakshmi's eyes and she smiles. Lakshmi says Rishi. Malishka says no, not Rishi, but Mrs. Malishka Rishi Oberoi. Lakshmi sees Malishka. Malishka asks Lakshmi if she was dreaming, that Rishi came and he saved her, and she asks her to tell her the truth. She says dream is just dream and not practical. She says you can see Rishi just in your dreams and you will get rotten in jail. Malishka says to Lakshmi that I will take your place and says correction, I will snatch my place back from you. She says I will marry Rishi and I will become Mrs. Malishka Rishi Oberoi. Rishi gets to Mumbai. He comes out of the airport and he sits in the cab and he asks the driver to take him to the police station. Kiran sees Ayushi's phone ringing and she comes to his room. She thinks if it is Rishi's call and she picks the call. Rishi says Ayush, if I would have been here, then I wouldn't have let Lakshmi go to jail. And he says he is going there to free her and he thanks him for telling him about Lakshmi's arrest. Kiran thinks that Ayush told everything to Rishi. Rishi asks, why are you not saying anything? Kiran says she is on the call. Rishi asks that where is Ayush? Kiran says Ayush is in the washroom and Kiran asks Rishi to come home. Rishi asks if Lakshmi has come back from the police station. Kiran lied and says yes, and she asks Rishi to come home and she ends the call. Ayush comes out of the washroom and asks if this is his room because he is shocked to see Kiran there. Kiran says Rishi came to Mumbai. Ayush says it is good. Now he will go and free Lakshmi. Kiran sees Neelam coming in the mirror and she says to Ayush that you are insulting Neelam by telling Rishi about Lakshmi. Neelam comes inside and scolds Ayush for going against her. She insults him and asks him to come out and she goes. Ayush asks Kiran why she was laughing secretly and says he knows that Kiran did all this intentionally. He says you said this because you saw Neelam standing. Kiran says if I had not told Neelam, then also Neelam would have still known because you are blaming Malishka and me every time. Ayush says to Kiran that now I understand why your daughter is like this and he asks her not to let him open his mouth. He says I am not like you and Malishka, there is a difference. Kiran says I am forgiving your misbehavior and says this thing is making you lose your mind and says God bless you and she goes. Then Ayush asks God that until when will Malishka and her mother trouble Lakshmi? Malishka tells Lakshmi that she has troubled her a lot and she asks her to think of this as her answers for her. She says it was the war for me to get my love back and says I have won and I have gotten my Rishi back. She says I gave many chances to you so that you can go with Balvinda and spend your life with your class guy, but you wanted Rishi. She says now nobody would hold your hand and he is not in your destiny, but Rishi is in my destiny. Malishka says to Lakshmi that nobody owed a criminal and a murderer's hand. She says two people are critical among the people that ate your food and they can die anytime. Lakshmi says no, nobody would die. Malishka asks Lakshmi to do puja path, else she would die along with them because as she will be hanged for killing innocent people. Lakshmi says to Malishka that I did not do anything. Malishka says okay, you haven't done anything, but how will you save yourself? She says nobody will come to save you because Neelam ordered that nobody should save you. She says not even Rishi, he is in Bangalore. Lakshmi is shocked and she asks if nobody told Rishi that she is in prison. Malishka says no and says why would anyone help you when you are nothing? Malishka says to Lakshmi that you have ruined the Oberoi's respect and says you will get rotten in jail and you will be punished. Lakshmi says Rishi will come. She trusts him and says Rishi loves her. Malishka asks if Lakshmi is dreaming again and she asks did Rishi tell you even in his dream that he loves you? Lakshmi says yes, I have seen love for me in Rishi's eyes. Malishka says to Lakshmi that you have the art of reading eyes. She asks her to read her eyes and says there is love for Rishi in my eyes. Lakshmi says I can see your arrogance, your stubbornness, your revenge and your anger, but I couldn't see your love for Rishi. Malishka raises her hand to slap Lakshmi, but Lakshmi stops her and holds her hand and asks that why is she dreaming, and says if you had loved Rishi, then it would never went far away from you like he did. Malishka says to Lakshmi that I am not fooling myself, but you are fooling yourself with these stories, and says Rishi got the chance to break his marriage with you. She says Rishi will not wait for 2 months to take divorce, and the law will do the divorce as soon as possible. But Lakshmi says if the divorce had to happen, then it would have happened long back. Lakshmi says to Malishka that she trusts Rishi and her relationship, their marriage, their wedding rounds, their love, and she trusts Rishi on that he will come and save her from here, in front of you, and he will prove that he loves her. Malishka says big filmy dialogues, you have learnt it from a movie. She says I will see who will win. She thinks that Lakshmi is confident and she worries if Rishi will come and save Lakshmi. Lakshmi says Rishi will come. Grandma asks Neelam why did she call them. Neelam says the reason is Ayush. Karishma asks Ayush what he has done. Neelam says your son is very courageous to show the courage behind my back, and she asks him to say what he has done. Ayush says I told everything to Rishi on call, and Karishma asks what the hell. Neelam asks Karishma to see if her words have values to Ayush. She says you have gone against me. Ayush says I respect you a lot, and I swear on God I did not intend to go against you, but I did it for my sister-in-law, and says Lakshmi is alone there. Karishma says when Neelam doesn't regard Lakshmi as her daughter-in-law, then how is she your sister-in-law? Ahana says mom, and Karishma says that the problems in this house is because of Lakshmi. Neelam says to everyone that since that girl called Lakshmi came here with her inauspicious feet, our happiness and peace has gone. Karishma says when finally that bad luck was going away from us, Ayush messed up everything, and she says she will slap him. Grandma asks if Karishma will slap her young son. Ayush says you can slap me how many times you want, and says I will still talk about the wrong things that is happening with Lakshmi. Ayush asks Karishma to take out poison from her heart and see how good Lakshmi is. Karishma says I am your mom and you are arguing with me for that inauspicious girl. Ahana says Lakshmi is not inauspicious but a blessing for us, and says Lakshmi is Rishi's wife. Sonia asks Ayush and Ahana that where is their class. She says don't take Lakshmi's side, it is insulting for us. Ahana asked Karishma that what happened when Lakshmi was standing for her, then you did not feel insulted when everyone insulted Lakshmi because of your daughter. Ayush asked Karishma to tell him a step which Lakshmi took against the house, and they feel insulted. He says we are ill-mannered to let this thing happen with Lakshmi. Sonia says to Ayush and Ahana that you guys are going to regret supporting Lakshmi, but Ahana says to Sonia that you'll be the one to regret. Neelam shouted enough and says you are our children. You used to love each other a lot, and today she pat on Ayush, Ahana and Sonia's faces and says bad thing is happening in the house. Malishka comes there and tells them that the media and people are saying that the Obrays are murderers, and saying that they don't know how many people they have killed in the past. She says they told us that the Obrays don't care for anyone's life, and says a big ruckus and issue is created. Karishma asks Ayush if he heard, and she asks that what will you say to Lakshmi now? Ayush asks Malishka that from where did she brought this breaking news, and says we did not see it, and he asks if she is inventing this news. Malishka says overreacting and says it is enough. You say anything to me and I listen. Now not anymore. She says don't talk to me. I don't give a damn. She says whatever he tells me, it hurts my self-respect, and she will not spare any misbehavior from him. Karishma says that nobody will forgive Ayush if he takes that inauspicious girl's side. Ayush says Lakshmi is not inauspicious. Neelam shouted that she is inauspicious and she has bad luck with whatever happened with her family. Rishi comes home and calls Lakshmi. He asks that where is Lakshmi? Everyone is here, but Lakshmi is not here. He says maybe she is in her favorite spot, the kitchen, and says he will meet her. Ayush says no, Rishi. I told you that Lakshmi is in jail even till now. Rishi says but Lakshmi had come back home from prison. Ayush says Lakshmi is still in jail. Rishi says this is not funny. He asks if she has planned surprise, and she asks you all not to tell me, then it is okay. I will see her in the room and on the terrace, and I will meet her. Devika says to Rishi that Ayush is right. Lakshmi is in jail and she has not returned. Virendra says yes, Lakshmi has not been released. Ahana asked Rishi why he felt as if Lakshmi came back. Grandma asked Rishi that who told him that Lakshmi has returned, and Rishi looks at Kiran. Balvinda looks at the money that Malishka gave him, and he hugs the money and says the other Lakshmi is here. Rano calls Balvinda on phone. Balvinda says he is a horse of a long race. Rano says you are an owl, and she asks him to come to the police station with her to free Lakshmi. Balvinda thinks that what is happening. Rano says you have to come with me and free Lakshmi. Balvinda asks if Lakshmi is his wife, and he refuses to come. Rano says I will take your father also. Balvinda says I did not see my father since his death. Rano says I will save Lakshmi, but you will go to jail. Rishi asked Kiran that why did she lie to him that Lakshmi is at home. He says you would have told me the truth. Malishka asks Rishi to talk to her mother with manners. Rishi says I don't need to learn from you. He asked Kiran why did she lie. Kiran says due to helplessness. Neelam has said that nobody should save Lakshmi, and if you had gone to the police station, then Neelam would have been upset. So I lied to save you. Rishi asked Neelam if this is true, and Neelam says yes, I had said it. Rano tells Balvinda that she will send him to jail. Balvinda says he made a mistake to spare her life that day. Rano says I remember everything, and you are giving knives answers with sword. She says whatever is happening with Lakshmi and the Oberoi family is done by you. Balvinda says you are firing in the dark. Rano says I heard Gudu and you talking, and she asks if he is coming with her to the police station, else she will tell Rishi everything. Balvinda says to Rano that I am doing this to marry Lakshmi. Rano says it is okay. I will tell everything to Rishi. Your news will come on the TV and you will get famous. Balvinda says he will give Rano money. Rano gets happy and says you will buy me whatever I want. And Balvinda says I am helpless to give you money. Rano asks if Balvinda will give her whatever she asks. Balvinda says yes. Rano says okay, and she threatens to hang him to death along with Rishi's help if he cheats her. Balvinda says he will not cheat her. Rano asks Balvinda to meet her tomorrow with the money, and Balvinda thinks that he has to give Rano half of the money that he got from Malishka. Rishi asks Neelam that what is Kiran saying. Neelam says yes, I have refused to help Lakshmi because Lakshmi did such a work. She has risked many people's life, and all the world is pointing fingers at us and calling us selfish, murderer, etc. Rishi says all the world is saying this and you are believing them. He says Lakshmi did not do anything wrong. Neelam says to Rishi that Lakshmi did everything she was accused of, and she asks, how did you know that Lakshmi did not do this? Because you were not here. Rishi says even if I stay in any corner of the world, I still know that Lakshmi is innocent. He says our Lakshmi cannot poison the food. He says Lakshmi can risk her life for others, but she will never put other people's life at risk. Rishi says to Neelam that whatever happened is not right. People are hospitalized and it is a sin, and this sin cannot be done by Lakshmi. He says we have done a crime and nobody saved Lakshmi from going to the police station. He says we committed this sin and says no problem. If you don't want to save Lakshmi, then I will not force anyone. Rishi is about to go, but Malishka and Neelam stops him. Neelam says you want to save Lakshmi by going against me. Rishi says I am going to save your name and our family's respect. People should not say that the Oberoi's daughter-in-law is in jail even though she is innocent. Neelam asks, do you want to save Lakshmi by going against me? Rishi asks Neelam that why don't you want to save Lakshmi? He says Lakshmi gives us pain and she troubles us and you cannot see us in pain, but likewise I cannot see Lakshmi in pain, and says I'm going to save her. He says I'm going to save my Lakshmi and says I am going to my Lakshmi. He says I hope you understand. Neelam is shocked. Malishka gets upset and Rishi leaves. Alright guys, thank you for watching. Please, I would like to tell you guys that I'm sorry for not uploading for like 3 days. So I had already made videos and I did the voiceovers and stuff, but unfortunately I didn't know that my mic had fault. So some of the voiceovers were sounding while some part of the videos doesn't have voiceovers, even though I've already done the voiceovers, and the videos was just bala bala, you know. So I didn't want to post that kind of videos for you guys because it will not have any meaning. So I had to go and repair my mic because I can't buy another one because it is expensive. So I had to go and repair it, and that was why I couldn't upload for like 3 days. So I've repaired it now and it's kind of I don't still like what it's giving me, but we can still manage for now. So this is why I was not able to post for like 3 days. I was seeing some comment asking if I'm fine. Yes, I'm perfectly fine, guys. Thanks for your love, your care, and asking if I'm fine. Thank you so much, guys. So as it is now, I'll try as much as possible to do voiceovers on the videos that I have on ground. So as I'm doing voiceovers, I'll be uploading. So for that, I can't promise how many videos I'm going to be uploading, because all the works I've done before, everything just went to waste. So it is frustrating me, but life goes on. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you all again in my next video. Bye, guys.